All right, police and
Today we've
sir.
got couples brushing up their hanky-panky skills in public, turning sidewalks into trauma centers for unsuspecting civilians. Up first, we have Ms. No Pants with Mr. Squirty Hands.
Mr.
So I
Squirty
got
Hands.
stopped as I was walking over there. Well, I saw when I walked over there, and I was just, he had his fingers up inside her.
Were they on the bench?
They were sitting on the picnic table. He was sitting on the table with his feet on the
seat.
where it's normal.
Okay.
And she was between them, and he had his hands up in her kukarachi.
Was he?
Karachi.
So she was sitting on the bench like you.
No, she was standing.
Oh. So
Oh.
her feet were on the seated portion.
Yeah.
He was sitting where like food and stuff goes.
Right.
And she was okay.
And she was facing him, so he was sitting, and she was
She was
facing.
standing,
yeah.
facing him.
And he had his hands up in her skirt, and then put his fingers in his mouth. Oh yeah.
Oh, whoa,
what?
Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah,
No.
Digitally
Oh,
her,
absolutely.
and then took his fingers out and then smelt them and tasted
Yeah,
them.
I don't know if he tasted them.
Why did you ask
like,
that?
what the hell's going on? He says, Tracy,
What
that's
the
not
fuck, man?
good. He goes,
Wonderful.
Why are people ratchet?
Just hammer him out for a second. And just hold that bottle there. Hey man, just stand up for me.
am I getting arrested?
Yeah.
For what?
For disorderly conduct right now, alright?
What's disorderly conduct?
I don't have any given cuff for the cuff. You have anything illegal on you? Anything that's gonna poke me, stick me?
Yes, Jesus.
Can I get the address before we leave?
The address?
Yeah.
What
Address
address?
here?
No, to our house where we're staying at.
Alright, we'll talk about that in a second. Give me 1 second.
What is she talking?
His whole face in her crotch.
At one point, but you
At
did
one
not
point,
see
I
that.
did not see that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, so he was just going in. Oh man, he was just going in the public. Wow. God damn.
And then coming back, somebody else stopped me. I was like, well, let me call.
Okay.
And I know you know that you can't have the open container. But when I showed up, that's when you tried to hide it in the bag. Sorry if I give you a lot to do.
What's disorderly conduct?
Huh?
What's disorderly conduct?
Like if you're doing things that are like causing a disturbance to others in the area or anything like that.
I wasn't.
Huh?
I wasn't.
Well, someone called us here, so
We were arguing.
okay.
Well, that doesn't.
Just taking the bottle
Okay,
right
that doesn't.
Right. Just taking the bottle out of the bag.
We were arguing. Well, you're talking to the wrong person. He's just doing his job.
And she was chasing him with a Coke.
Perfect. And then after you saw the digital going on, did they stop?
Yeah, they stopped.
Okay, they stopped, and then you called us, and then obviously we then showed up. I'm assuming.
But every time it was. So
Okay.
I kept on doing my tickets.
Okay.
Not only were Jack and Jill showing off from the hill, they came tumbling down after having a swill. Yeah, it's all fun and freaky, until someone uninvolved gets hurt. Maybe you're just walking by,
Jesus.
and some drunk couple crashes into you mid-makeout.
Oh
Or you
fuck.
slip on a wet floor at Walmart. Or get injured at a Disney theme park. When you're hurt because someone else screwed up, and it wasn't your fault, you could be entitled to serious compensation. We've seen too many people get injured, get ignored, and not know what to do next.
They're gonna speed this
That's
up.
exactly why we at Police Insider launched Justice Bridge, an initiative we created to connect people with top-rated lawyers, explain their rights, and help them file a claim, all for free. Click the link in the description or go to policeinsidertv.com to see if you qualify.
There you have it.
Anything on you?
No, ma'am.
Nothing tucked?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna look.
Except for my on my necklace.
I see your necklace. It's fine. You have no bra or anything on, right?
No, ma'am.
Do you have underwear on?
Yes.
Just turn this way. I'm trying to avoid a crowd seeing anything. You have a, what is that, pad?
Yeah, it's a toilet paper because I'm spotting.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh,
in your
wait,
shoes or
I'm
anything
spotting?
Like that?
Wait, what?
Alright, let's just have a seat.
I'm sorry. What the fuck? Wait, what? Are you on your pit? What? I'm sorry, huh? What the fuck? Dude, this is some ratchet ass shit, man.
There's nothing tucked up under there if I pulled that toilet paper out.
Yeah, no.
There's no or nothing in that toilet paper
No.
because I'm going to be real mad if you get to jail and they find something.
No, no.
Because you need to tell me now.
No, I'm not.
I don't have nothing. I'll go to the bathroom with you and show you.
Okay. I trust you. I'm just saying I'm gonna be mad if they get you to jail and it ends up being something else.
Can I get the address to where we're staying? So when I get out, I know where to go. Because I don't live in
Get the address from him.
Yeah, because I don't live in St. Pete.
Does he know the address?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get it from him.
And the phone number to Brian Williams,
What?
our roommate.
Okay, I'll get it. Hang tight,
Can I
alright?
get that back?
Yeah, it's going to your property.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mine. I promise.
Am I being arrested?
I guess they're taking you, but I got a couple other things I gotta do, so just hang tight. Do you need more AC or are you good? A little bit more AC? Okay.
The couple was charged with disorderly conduct, ordinance violation, possession of alcohol in a prohibited area, and rude behavior in public. If you thought the Squirtles back there topped the EU list, wait till you see these two pervies getting caught smashing on concrete like rents do.
No way!
Both of you guys sit down.
Oh, God. What is happening?
On the ground.
Holy shit! So many of these people with fucking just fucking in the public, dude.
All the way down.
Notice how
I'm
it's always happening at like in the like towards nighttime ish, or like it's going to break to nighttime.
Whose bottle of beer is that?
Right, is the nightlife? Yes. It's
Who's
from
this
the bar, dude. They should fucking help.
That was right next to you two. So which one is it?
Not mine.
It's
not mine. Honestly, it's not mine. Swear to God.
What?
My gum.
Okay. No, we're not gonna do that right now. Okay.
Okay. Can I call Billy Vasquez for a minute, please? This is like
I'm sure he wouldn't like that right now at this
Well,
hour.
I just think that's kind of unreasonable that you just did that.
No, I have you kind of going for an unknown sub. What? Nicorette?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Okay. Well, I'm sure
Okay.
you can hold
No,
off
that's
on
fine.
your Nicorette. All right.
Didn't know it was an issue.
Yeah. Well.
Didn't know
so-
you'd grab it out of my hand like that. That's fine.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't.
No, I
say
don't
you
know
could
what the
just
thing
put
is.
a
What you
random
did to me
object
that
in your
hurts
mouth.
my feelings. That's fine.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
No, but
man.
you grabbed something out of my hand very aggressively.
Yeah.
Well,
I
because
was
you're
asking
under
you, and
investigation
ask
for
me
doing
nothing.
something
I asked you
shady.
what it was. You said, no, man, it did not look like gum.
She's
That's fine.
making
I'll
sure
let
you
go,
don't
but
fucking take any illegal drugs.
I was, that
basically.
hurt my feelings. I mean, cry.
Sorry I hurt your feelings.
Well, you shouldn't act like that to me. Like, grabbing me so hard like that.
Bitch, you
accept
caused
my
this first.
apology?
No, the cop is just the cop. I like how the cop is just
Yes,
doing this.
it is.
I mean,
Please don't be so
I think he's having
that.
fun
Like,
with
I
it,
did
but
nothing
that's
We'll do it again. These are beers here?
No, he asked me, is that my beer? I said, no, it's not my beer.
Cool.
It's absolutely not
I
my
would
beer.
arrest you.
oh, that yeah, because
I swear to
yeah,
God,
because
it's
they
not
were at a bar.
The man
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
hold
they
a
were
chuckle
walking
in and to
that
think
way,
he was
from
just
that way,
observed thrusting this bartender who was bent over her back.
Sure.
Oh, this is a bartender? Oh
stand up.
shit.
Or what am I being arrested for?
We'll talk about it. Just listen.
Sure. No problem. Your hands behind your back.
Vasquez?
Yep.
Can I
Yeah.
call Billy Vasquez for a minute?
No.
Can I ask what I'm being arrested for?
You know what you were doing, man. I don't even have to tell you what you know. You know what you were doing. Put your stomach on the blue line for me. Actually, come on, hold my car. Good. Do you have anything on your person that might stick, poke, injure me, anything like that? So, what happened?
So what happened?
Now, and I guess the cops
You gonna tell me what the fuck you
What's the name?
you gonna tell me why the fuck you being indecent in
We're
public?
gonna walk across the street to my car, okay?
Okay. Sorry, my person.
Yeah, I don't understand why people do this. Why can't you just like go to your apartment
Make sure
or
it was just
whatever?
that good. Oh, it's just yeah. Okay,
Like,
let's go.
why? Why do you gotta be degenerates?
anything sharp on you? Anything that gonna poke me, stick me? So we'll be en route to jail. If I miss anything on your person that's illegal, it's gonna be another additional charge, and it's a felony. It's an introduction, okay? So I just gotta say this to everybody. If you do have anything on you and I'm gonna miss it and they'll discover it over there, it's gonna be a felony, whereas it could have been a misdemeanor now if you're telling me, okay? So just let me know if you have anything. Okay.
I mean, you check these pockets a little better because I work as a bartender.
Yeah, I didn't get there yet.
In you go. Alright, there you have it. See ya, degenerates. This is what happens when you go out in public and you're not supposed to be doing this.
Both the male and the female were charged with unnatural and lascivious act. YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.
Karen raging. Oh, is this a 18-year-old caught cheating at the mall? Uh-oh. What do you mean cheating? What do we got here?
Police say they got him. The man who allegedly killed a mom and dad on a weekend hike with their daughter.
Oh yeah, this is the Devil's Den guy.
Is under arrest. His name is Andrew James McGann. He was getting a haircut at the time detectives put him in cuffs.
Yeah,
Even
this
more
was
shocking
apparently
is
the
his
teacher
job,
guy.
an elementary school teacher, and there are some major questions about his past as parents of his former students are talking about the concerns they had when Mr. McGann was teaching their children. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
I'm speeding it up just right.
We have a lot to unpack today as so many people in Arkansas are breathing a sigh of relief. Here's the most recent picture we have of Andrew James McGann as he is now in the Washington County, Arkansas jail being held without bond, accused of a double murder. This is the photo that authorities put out late last night announcing his arrest. Here is part of the news conference from KFSM TV.
Because of their hard work and investigative skill, we were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to Clinton and Kristen's precious girls.
He's having a hard time.
That McGann was arrested while he was getting a haircut yesterday just before 5 p.m. local time in Springdale, Arkansas. That's about a half hour north of Devil's Den State Park. This is video that was posted to social media by the barber who said he was in her chair when law enforcement walked in. And this is video that was posted to the salon's Facebook page in Spanish of those in the barbershop talking about what had just taken place. McGann, they say, didn't talk much when he came into the barbershop, but it was about 4 minutes into his haircut that detectives entered and arrested him. They say that detectives asked McGann if he was the owner of the vehicle that was parked out front, and he said yes. Now, the actual barber posted this on social media, quote, "So I'm cutting a guy's hair and I'm shaking because now there's cops and detectives. I told them I haven't swept up the hair in case they need it. 100 said they did. Y'all, I'm shaking. Mostly because it's starting to look like it could be the man they're looking for, but not too sure yet." She then posts, "Update, it was possibly him, y'all. I could have possibly cut the Devil's Den killer's hair. He left expletive up. I barely started the fade." She then comments, quote, "They said it was a double homicide. I
Look,
it's looking like it was. I'm going to wait until I know for sure." Now, when you look at the booking photo of McGann,
yeah, you made him look like a fucking crazy person.
Haircut. The barber also posted this video on social media.
He looks more crazy now because you fucking fucked up his hair.
That matches the description of the vehicle that Arkansas police say the suspect fled Devil's Den State Park in. Police confirmed in their news conference
literally
that
trying to
McGann
get a haircut so that he wouldn't be
from
fucking
Oklahoma
afraid.
to be a school
Tried
teacher.
to change his look
What
a
I'll
little
say
bit.
is he just recently moved here and had
that didn't help.
gotten a job to work at a local school here.
In a now deleted Facebook post from June 12th, a public elementary school in Springdale, Arkansas, had a message from McGann that read, "My name is Drew McGann." So notice he's using his middle name there. "I'm thrilled to be part of the Bayari team this year as a third-grade teacher."
So he
also
used
says
his
in free
middle
time, he
name.
loves going to concerts with friends,
So that's why
working
they
out,
didn't
and
know.
being outdoors. Now, I reached out to the Springdale Public Schools for comment, and the superintendent sent me this statement that reads, quote, "Springdale Public Schools can confirm that Andrew McGann was a teacher candidate candidate hired for the upcoming school year who has not yet begun employment with the district. This individual has not at any time come into contact with Springdale students or families we serve. At this time, we cannot offer any additional information due to the ongoing investigation. At the appropriate time, additional information will be forthcoming. Our entire team extends our deepest condolences to the Brink family. Their children are especially in our thoughts and prayers. In putting this story together, I actually reached out to 4 different school districts in 3 different states because it appears that McGahn moved from district to district, leaving jobs over the past couple of years. One parent
yeah, it
was
was the
raising
same. It
concerns
was the
about
same
how
thing with
McGahn
the Las
acted
Vegas
while
guy,
teaching
right?
4th graders at a school in Texas. And before I
He
get into that, I
basically
do
he was
want to
from
put
Las
the focus on what police say
Tomorrow,
went
whatever his
down
fucking
in
name
Devil's
is.
Den State Park less than a week ago. It was on Saturday, July 26th, that Kristen and Clinton Brink were hiking with their 7- and 9-year-old
He was
daughters
from Vegas,
in Devil's Den
came
State
all the
Park.
way
This family
to
was new to
where
Arkansas
was
just
it?
in the last
Florida?
couple of weeks, it seems. They moved from
To
out of state.
the
They had
to the
previously
NFL
lived
or
in South
New York,
Dakota
sorry,
and
New
Montana.
York,
Police
to the
say
NFL
that McGahn
headquarters.
killed the parents in front of the 7- and 9-year-old girls. Those girls running to a visitor's station to call 911. This all happened in broad daylight around 2:30 in the afternoon, police say on Saturday. The Brink family has released a statement saying that Clinton and Kristen died heroes. They were protecting their daughters. Clinton was going to start a new job on Monday. He was going to be delivering milk in Springdale, Arkansas. It seems that McGahn, at least on the main social media channels, did not have a major digital footprint. We searched through Facebook, Instagram, and even Truthfinder looking for Andrew James McGahn. We also searched James Andrew McGahn at the time that was believed to be his
social
name,
media
and not
presence.
much has come up. And that is somewhat surprising because at Law and Crime, we partner with Truthfinder and use it to get details on the people involved in our stories. And it's very rare that someone doesn't come up at all. Even if you don't work in true crime, Truthfinder can be an excellent resource to give you some peace of mind, as it is one of the largest public record search services in the United States.
No
With a paid
digital
subscription service,
footprint
you get
in a
access to
sense.
unlimited reports about almost anyone. And by the way, right now, you can get 50% off your first month of confidential background reports.
Yeah,
Just go to
usually some people
truthfinder.com/BTC. This
will
is a
still
picture that
have a
police put out
digital,
of the suspect
right,
dressed
leave
all in
something
black. This is the
behind, but I
sketch they
guess
also put out.
nothing.
They say that the suspect, who they called a person of interest at the time, was in sunglasses and wore fingerless gloves when they attacked the Brinks. Now, the suspect had also been seen driving away in a black 4-door sedan, which again matches the description of the car that McGahn allegedly drove to go get that haircut before he was arrested. Law enforcement has not said if they know what McGahn's alleged motive was. He is now facing 2 counts of capital murder and he's being held without bond. But let's get back to his profession and some of the questions that we certainly have looking at where he has been over the past couple of years working in public elementary schools. Last year, McGahn reportedly taught in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. That's near Tulsa. The district released a media statement and said that he resigned from the job to move out of state. They also say that he did go through a mandatory background check to be hired. Now, the year before that, he worked in
So he
Broken
got a
Arrow,
background
Oklahoma, in the
check.
public school
So
system
why
there,
doesn't
also
he-
outside Tulsa.
it's-
The district there told me that he worked for them during the 23-24
I think they
school
were
year
just
as a
doing
5th
an
grade
ad
teacher, and he left
the
that job for the same reason,
Truthfinder.
to work out of state. They also say that he passed a background
This is
check.
like,
Now,
I'm
before
pretty
that,
sure
it
he
appears
has
that
stuff
McGahn
on
worked at a school in Flower Mound, Texas, which is northwest of Dallas. Here's a now deleted Facebook post from 2022 that's circulating on social media that is welcoming him to the team as a 4th grade teacher. And while his post is what you would expect from a teacher, trying to be very warm, be very friendly, there is a parent
That was
is
a
going
very
public with
convincing
what it was
ad
like
to be
deal
like,
with
hey,
Mr.
he
McGahn
doesn't
from her
have any
perspective. This mom
information
posted
on him.
Facebook that McGahn was inappropriate to young girls in the class, and she
What are you
claims that
talking
McGahn
about?
was
There's
allowed
a
to
lot of
resign
information
without
right there.
consequence. I reached
Yeah,
out to
the
the school district for
Facebook and
comment.
shit.
At this time, we have
Bastard.
not heard back. The Brinks daughters, who ran to the visitor station to alert the authorities and call 911 after their parents were allegedly murdered right in front of them, were not injured in the attack, and they are staying with family. There's a GoFundMe for the family that is live right now. It has raised more than $35,000. Joining us now is retired police commander Mike King. He's the host of Profiling Evil and the author of the book Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, which is very fitting, I think, with what we're learning about this
Okay,
suspect
yeah.
today, Mike. What stands out to you? Originally, it was James Andrew McGahn, but Arkansas authorities say it is actually Andrew James McGahn is his name. But nonetheless, what do you make of this suspect?
You know, the first thing I went to, Chris, and thanks for mentioning the book, because I talk a lot about this in the book Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, is this idea of the different personas that people can appear to have. I mean, we have this
Correct.
public persona like you and I are putting on now, where we put our best foot forward as a teacher. Maybe this young man was putting his best foot forward as a teacher. He then moves to a different location, but we all have this public side. We also all have a private side to each of us. And that's kind of the side where maybe we allow our frustration to come forward. Maybe it's the place where our spouse or our closest friends get to see the warts that we have and some of the weird behavior that we might have. But the public and the private are usually kept within legitimate boundaries. The other side is the secret side, the Tasmanian devil that's hiding inside of all of us. And gratefully, folks like you and I and most of the people that are listening to this channel sit back and they say, I can't even imagine morally wanting to try to do anything even close to what's happened in this particular case and what this defendant is now charged with. But that's the secret side. And sadly, it's usually only the victims of crime who get to see this terrible secret side or secret persona.
Yeah, because he on one hand, he was a teacher, and I said in the intro to this, I mean, I reached out to 4 school districts in 3 different states for statements because he was about to work in Arkansas. He had worked in Oklahoma in 2 districts, and then Texas, and this was all within the last 5 years. If you were investigating this, like Arkansas State Police is, what stands out to you when you have a public school teacher who seemed to just move from town to town over the past couple of years?
Yeah, and isn't that a really important component of this, Chris? Because you have this jumping from location to location, and oftentimes we see this in these predators who they're really kind of chameleons on the outside. When you meet them, maybe you meet them and you're grabbing a Coke in the teacher lounge or over at the gas station, and you think, man, that's really a nice guy, and I really enjoy talking to him. But as you start to spend more time with them, you start to see things that really are troubling or red flags that start popping up. And oftentimes when you see people who are jumping from job to job, it's either because they're just not fitting in. Maybe that's just not the place for them. And I think we've all been in a job where it wasn't the place for us. But when you're in a profession that is allowing you to jump from location to location, especially a profession that's dealing with children, and allegations come forward that might suggest that there were inappropriate comments made or inappropriate classroom discussion or topics brought up, and you see someone that's really focused in, I want to just teach children, or I want to just be a scoutmaster, and they go to their local church and they're brand new in the area and they say, hey, I'm willing to go to camp with the boys. Well, holy cow, on first blush, we're thinking, oh man, finally somebody's willing to go to camp with the kids. But there's a reason why they're doing that in some of these cases, and sometimes it's predatory in nature. So you really want to see what the past behavior is to help predict what the current behavior or future behavior is. And we don't know anything about this particular fellow, and he's certainly innocent by every tenet that we all believe in until he's put in front of a court and adjudicated. But you start looking at this and you think, what's the purpose? What was his focus in school? Why did he leave from school to school? What were his personnel records going to reveal as far as interactions in the classroom or with other teachers? And is there anything in his background? Because how does this guy get through 4 years of college? He gets a teaching degree. He goes through what I assume would be some rudimentary psychological testing to see if this is the right place for him to be working. And then he makes it through a bunch of interviews. And again, it goes back to this chameleon personality type.
Yeah, and background checks. Each school district I reached out to made sure to
apparently he
include
had
that he
background
passed
checks.
background checks. One thing that did stand out is he was last year, it was Sand Springs, Oklahoma, which is outside Tulsa, and he had left that job. The statement from the school district that they released to the media said he left the job to go work out of state, and then he's in Arkansas this year. Before that, he was in Broken Arrow,
So I'm
Oklahoma,
guessing
and in their
nothing
statement, they said he
happened
resigned to go out
during
of state,
those
but he
times
stayed
he
in the
got
Tulsa area.
background
So it's
checks,
just- it's
but for
interesting
some
that it was like the
reason
same
the
pattern
time he
between school to school.
he did his actions now
What
for
do
some
you make
reason.
of,
It just
like, he
doesn't
goes and
make
gets a
right.
haircut. You know, this was someone I was
Something
thinking as this
happened,
investigation was going on, like he could be anywhere. But he was only a half hour up the road going back into what appears to be a very normal life after allegedly having done this.
Yeah. And is the haircut just him going about the normal course of business, getting ready for a new school year? Or is the haircut
Yeah,
an
that's
attempt
also
to change his
another
identity
strange
somewhat or
thing, too.
change what they're looking for in that particular case? The other thing that becomes really interesting is whether or not this event that occurred, the murder of this mother and father, if it was a targeted kind of an event or if it was opportunistic in nature, and who were truly the targets. What was the purpose of it? And I think we're going to find out more about that as this goes on. And I know a lot of people are focusing and wondering if this has to do with the children of those parents who were murdered. And we just have so little information at this point that we don't know. But I'm always a guy that likes to cast balance in these discussions and talk about things a little more on a level playing field.
Okay. Well, there you have it. I don't want to go over the whole thing. If you want to finish the rest, it's a long crime, Devil's Den killings. We got the gist. I just want to see the case. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, and it's the Disney stuff. Yeah, this one. Taking upskirt shots.
When he dropped his menu, he pulled out his phone and he bent down, and with his left hand he reached in front of him to grab the menu, and with his right hand he reached under her skirt.
Those were 5
with his
days ago.
phone camera up.
Disney is the target of a lawsuit after an employee at Star Wars Galaxy Edge was allegedly caught red-handed taking photos underneath
Galaxy
women and girls'
Edge.
dresses and skirts. As the
Oh,
former
this is
shop
at a-
workers case
this
makes
is
its
at a
way through the
amusement
criminal court
park.
system, the family of one of his underage
Dude, why is it
alleged
always the
victims
amusement
thinks
park?
Disney needs to pay up. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. George Diaz Vega was 26 years old when deputies arrested him at his job at Disney World in Orlando, Florida in 2023. And as shocking as that headline is, it is almost as shocking as the allegations, because Vega had been spotted allegedly using his cell phone to take videos under guest skirts and dresses, and it apparently happened 2 days in a row. So Orange County deputies got involved and they started an investigation. And we were able to obtain body camera video of deputies interacting with Vega,
Oh, they got
as well
body
as audio
cam-
of interviews
yeah.
that law enforcement did with him and others. And I'm going to take you through a timeline of what happened and how the investigation played out and how that could impact the civil lawsuit that was filed by an alleged victim's family. So George Diaz Vega worked at a Star Wars themed store inside the Galaxy's Edge part of Disney's Hollywood Studios park. Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. It sells things like lightsabers and stuffed animals that look like characters from the franchise. But at least one of Vega's fellow employees noticed that Vega was using his position to target women and teenagers and violate their privacy. That's the allegation. And before we dive into this, I do want to note, much of the footage that has been released to us by police is audio only or it's been redacted. And this is done to protect the privacy of the alleged victims, the witnesses, other employees who aren't involved.
Well, I mean,
in the
because it's
investigation.
probably
So
some
I'll
of
make that
them
clear.
are young.
So we go to
enough.
March 30th, 2023. And Orange County deputies, they respond to Hollywood Studios to talk to a woman who's at the park with her granddaughters. And they think that something has gone horribly wrong at what is supposed to be the happiest place on earth. And the woman, named Laura Lynn, is visiting Florida from Michigan. The alleged victim, who's 14 years old, is referred to as A. So according to a police report, Laura Lynn verbally stated her granddaughters, to include A and her, were walking through the marketplace of Star Wars Galaxy Edge when they stopped to look at Porg stuffed toys. A was approached by a large Hispanic male with dark hair wearing a Star Wars uniform and a green scarf. The male was holding a toy under his armpit. The male suddenly dropped the toy under his armpit and he bent over to pick the toy up, while at the same time he used his cell phone to take a picture under A's dress. A told Laura Lynn what had
Jesus.
taken place, and Laura Lynn notified Disney security. I know, this is quite
Yeah,
a story, but
that's
it's definitely
shady
one we want
as
to bring to you here on
fuck, man.
Sidebar. And one of the reasons that we can do that to really dive into a case like this is because of the amazing support that we get from our sponsors like Upside. Upside is great.
There
it is
it
a
is,
free
an
app
ad.
that gets you cash back when you buy daily essentials. So I pump my gas, I can use Upside. Go out to lunch, I can use Upside. If I get something in a convenience store, I can use Upside. And why not get cash back when I do all these things, right? This is real, actual cash back. It's money that appears in your Upside app that you can transfer right into your bank account. So once you have the free Upside app, you claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. You pay as usual using a debit or credit card. You follow the steps on the app, you get paid. So to find out how much you can earn, click the link in the description to download Upside or scan the QR code on screen. But make sure to use our promo code Sidebar because you get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. According to the report, the male suspect was not identified at the time. But then the very next day, March 31st, deputies respond again, this time to speak with a Disney cast member who thinks she spotted some inappropriate behavior.
Talk to me. What happened?
More inappropriate behavior.
I was in the Doc Ondar's shop.
Okay.
And I was standing next to the register.
Oh, is that? Did they book him right there? Is that him right
In
there?
front of me, directing the line.
You are
I'm a leader,
Okay.
a manager.
Okay.
He was standing directing the line.
Right.
And he was holding like menus of the different lightsabers that we had.
Yes.
And he dropped one, and it fell directly in front of him.
Right.
And there was a guest to the right of him that was at the counter looking at the female
Okay.
guest looking at the lightsabers.
Yep.
And when he dropped his menu, he pulled out his phone and he bent down, and with his left hand he reached in front of him to grab the menu, and with his right hand he reached under her skirt with his phone camera up, and he was like taking photos of her.
How you know you was taking photos?
Well,
Did
in
you
my
see a
mind,
light flash?
I
or?
did not see a flash,
Okay.
but
You hear it clicking or?
no, it was very
Just
loud in
assumption,
there.
right.
It is my assumption.
Right.
Go to make it easier. Especially because there was no need for him to reach that way
Of course, no.
to pick up his menu,
Right.
and it was no need for him to have his phone out either.
Okay.
And there's no phone in that position.
You kinda-
It wasn't like a.
I mean, yeah. The fact that he had his phone in that area and in that type of position, yeah, that's shady as fuck.
Eye contact, and then he turned back around really fast. And then that's when I called my peers and reported it.
Yeah, totally got it. Was she wearing a dress?
Yes, she was wearing a black dress.
Now, once they got this report, Disney security teams were able to start looking for the woman that they believe was victimized.
So we pulled the transaction from when they bought the lightsaber.
Yeah.
They used a chip. So the chip doesn't record their information.
Oh no.
But we did it. We got our undercovers looking for her. I took a picture of the camera.
Okay.
Of the victim.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we got our undercovers looking for her.
Okay.
So if we find her, you guys want to talk to her?
Oh God, yes. Yeah.
What on earth would you say to her? I mean, how do you have that conversation?
What?
How do you approach somebody who doesn't know that they potentially had something done to them?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I mean, you kind of, I mean, unfortunately, you kind of just, you can't really.
Hi. Well, I mean,
you can't
you
really.
all are different than me.
Well, yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't really beat around the bush. You just gotta, hey, listen.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can
Mind
barely.
talking with us?
It's probably gonna be later.
So-
She's charged later. Okay.
Yeah, you weren't aware of something that happened to you. We need to talk to you about it. You know, simple as that.
One deputy explains to another that law enforcement had been called out the night before, but that the suspect, Vega, hadn't been ID'd.
The male was not present and arrived upon arrival, so that's when Disney security started pulling video. So when I got there today, they knew who the guy was, and then luckily the idiot just did it again.
So he did it today.
He did it again in front of her, to a different person, but he did it inside instead of outside. And then when they pull video for that one, the guy said they can see the video of him.
So yeah, so first time they didn't ID the guy. First time they didn't have ID. Second time, Luckily, they got it. She did it again, right?
Physically see him.
Well, they see him go down.
Well, no, I'm
They
saying
don't see the
they
phone.
can't see if the
So
phone
they
actually
could catch him.
Right.
Pictures.
Right. So her lying eyes, I mean, perfect. So I mean,
Well, that's what I say. Two days back to back.
yeah.
Within just a few hours, Disney personnel were able to locate the woman in the black dress who had left the park for a bit and re-entered a few hours later. And at that point, an employee approached her, whisked her away to an interview room where a deputy explained what was going on.
Unknowingly, you were a victim of a crime. Unknowingly, you didn't know. So it occurred. You bought and then you left. So what I'm here to fill in the blanks. As you were at the register paying, a certain person came underneath your skirt with a cell phone and took a picture. That's in Florida. That's a crime. Video voyeurism. So I'm here to ask you, do you want to prosecute?
Now, the woman decided she did want to prosecute, so she sat down for a quick interview.
One of the security officers stopped me and told me that I might have been a witness to something and that they needed to talk to me.
What did they tell you happened?
Well, at first, I was just told that I might have witnessed something and that I'm not in trouble, but they'd like to speak with me. And then another officer came in and he told me that somebody was caught taking like a photo under my dress in that shop to let me know that it had happened. I wasn't aware previously that it had happened until he told me, but the store and the time and everything checked out.
So once they had a complaining witness, an eyewitness who's allegedly seen Vega take a video up the woman's skirt, the prior day's report and surveillance footage, deputies were ready to sit down with Vega himself, and they approached him in an employee-only area of the park.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Good. Where's your cell phone, big dog?
Right here.
All right. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, just come with us. Appreciate you.
That's the only one. You don't have any other phones on you, right? No.
Yeah, I'll pat you get down. All right, just walk right here. Just go to the right here.
So this is where he gets detained.
Okay, hold on.
Or-
Hold on.
Well, I guess
Stop,
handcuffed.
Stop. Put your hands on the wall. Thank you. Okay.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Oh no, this is
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Dolores.
this is.
We're just gonna have you come over to the security office with us. We just have some questions for you, okay?
Okay, hold on. Keep your hands on the wall.
We're just. If you don't want anything else on there. That hurt anybody. You hurt us.
Okay. Your ID's in there? Yeah. Take it out.
Florida ID.
Sorry, I have autism.
No,
I understand. We're good. You're good. We just have a couple things we want to talk to you about, okay, George? Yeah.
When they sat down with him, investigators learned that Vega, referred to as Diaz in police reports, had worked at Disney World for years, and after waiving his Miranda rights, he apparently openly admitted to taking videos under people's clothes without their knowledge. According to the police paperwork, Diaz admitted he has been taking videos up the dresses, skirts of unknown females in Disney World theme parks for approximately 6 years. Diaz was currently employed at Disney's Hollywood Studios, specifically at the Star Wars
This is
retail
why you
store.
have to be
Diaz
careful.
estimated he had over 500 videos
yeah.
on his phone. Diaz takes the videos because it's hard to find them online, and they bring him sexual gratification. He even went so far as to show some of the videos to the investigators. Quote, during the interview, Diaz willingly showed Detective Junko and I multiple examples of the videos he spoke about in the interview.
Yeah, man,
via
this
his
is
phone
just
in the image
a
gallery.
this
I
is
asked
just a
Diaz if he
Disney
minded showing
worker
us the videos on his
employee, and he
phone,
was just
and he asked
doing
if he
this
could show
kind
me.
of shit.
Diaz
Man, what a
showed me when he
fucking
recorded a white
degenerate
female
fucking
wearing a
piece
black
of
dress
shit.
while she stood in front of the register counter. I observed multiple other videos in which females were recorded under their dresses, skirts, and they appeared to not know they were being recorded. The detectives questioned Vega about videos he's allegedly taken of underage girls, such as the 14-year-old who'd made the claim the day before. And quote, while reviewing the videos on Diaz's phone, Detective Junko and I observed multiple videos where the females were clearly juveniles. Detective Junko asked
Jesus
Diaz if
fuck,
he had a
damn,
cutoff
that
age
must
for
be
what
rough
female he would
having to
record,
watch all that
and he
shit.
said he did not know. Now Vega apparently told
Even
investigators
the
that while he had
even the
hundreds of
police
videos on his phone, he never
officers
shared them
have
with
to
anyone or posted them
investigate and
anywhere
kind
online,
of
which, by
watch
the way,
those
would have
videos, and it's
increased
just like
his criminal liability,
that's fucked.
distribution, things like that. Now, during his interview, Vega apparently even wrote an apology letter directly to the people that he reportedly victimized. And it states, to anyone that's reading this, I want to apologize for taking candid shots. Really sorry. I know what I did was wrong, and I do not mean to cause any harm. I have autism, and the times I was doing it, I didn't know the consequences. I really hope everyone lives a better life than me, and please forgive what I've done. I want to apologize to every one of you. Well, after the interview, Vega was arrested. He was taken to the Orange County Jail, and he was charged with 1 count of video voyeurism.
All right. You don't have anything else on you, right? We took everything off you. Okay. The reason I say this to everybody. When you get down to the jail, if they find something, it's going to be like a felony. So you don't have anything else on it?
My belt. That's it.
Well, no, but like drugs, bombs, guns, nothing like hiding. No.
Oh well, my belt. Oh no, like drugs, bombs, you know, the stuff that's gonna, you know, get
you
you
want to go ahead and just
real
pop up in there real
fucked.
quick? Watch your head though. Yeah. Those seats are a little bit better. You can put your arms into the.
It's funny when
Hang on,
cops
let me grab
ask
the car
that.
up, okay?
So everyone's
I'm not
just
leaving
like,
yet.
"Oh, what are you
For,
talking about?"
Waiting for the detectives.
Well, that and I got the TPW there, so I just wanted. I told Sarge, I was like, I'm just gonna take him outside. We're gonna.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
As part of the ongoing investigation, deputies in Oakland County, Michigan, spoke with the teenage victim who'd been at Disney World on vacation, and she confirmed Vega's alleged MO, saying that he was standing near her when he intentionally dropped a stuffed animal that he was holding under his arm, and when he bent down to pick it up, he stuck his phone camera side up under her dress. She was also shown a photo lineup.
Yeah, we're getting confirmations. Yeah, he's the one that did it.
Encountered that day. Now, deputies also confiscated Vega's cell phone, which, as we mentioned earlier, had hundreds of these upskirt images on it. And detectives found that on March 30th, Vega had recorded a total of 16
all the phone has
videos.
the data on
and
it
of
too.
those, half were of different females taken under their skirts or dresses. That included the teenage victim. A detective was able to identify her from the clothing that she said she was wearing and said the video was 5 seconds long. So that now brings us to May of 2023, when the charging affidavit was filed with the state attorney's office. But you got to get this, okay? While he was awaiting trial, Vega was apparently caught again, this time at a Publix grocery store in Osceola County.
What?
So on June 5th, deputies
No
in that county got a call that
way.
someone
He
had been taking
did it
photos of
again
him
when he
closing
was
down the
already
store. We got
caught
a hold
doing
of that
shit.
police report too and found out what the
Holy
woman
fuck.
involved had to say.
What
Quote,
the
she advised he
fuck?
suddenly passed behind her and knelt to the side with his phone in his hand. She
did
advised
it
she turned
again.
around and
This
spoke to her
dude's
husband
a
about the unusual
fucking
circumstances.
pest, man.
She
He's
advised
gonna get
she felt
fucking shit
uncomfortable. Now, the woman and her husband decided to follow Vega in the store to see if he was doing this to other people. And the police report says, quote, she observed George walk toward the checkout area where he grabbed a chocolate bar. She advised after doing so, he stood behind another woman and she watched him take his phone and moved it underneath the woman's dress. She believed he was taking photos, recordings of the woman's undergarment. So the couple cried out to alert the woman to what was happening. Vega reportedly tried to hurry outside. This is according to the victim's husband. Quote, he advised George tried to leave, but he told him he was not allowed to do so. He explained George became scared and asked him to let him leave. He explained George stated, I've been fired for this before. Please don't call the police. I promise I will delete the pictures. As he was pulling out his phone, the man proceeded to grab the phone from his hand. He advised after
No,
doing so,
please
George
delete
left
the
store.
picture,
He advised as
motherfucker.
George
You were
left,
taking
he
up
opened George's
skirt.
phone,
What the
observed
fuck?
the video which showed his wife.
That's
the dress
shady
she was
as
wearing
fuck,
during the
man.
incident,
You're
her
lucky you
underwear,
don't get
and later
fucking
his face at
floored
the end
that
of the video.
instant. Holy
So Vega
fucking
was gone by
shit,
the time
man.
deputies got there, but a witness had
That's
grabbed his license plate number.
insane.
And deputies confirmed that surveillance video inside the store.
Oh no, please!
matched
I
what
got
the victims and
fired
witnesses
before.
described.
Please
So law
don't.
enforcement they tracked
Let
Vega
me
down to his
delete
parents'
the.
home where he'd been living,
It's like what
took
the
him into
fuck?
custody
Fuck
once again,
you.
and once again he was charged with video voyeurism.
Yeah, you
So right
fucking
now,
deserve your
Vega's
legs
criminal
broken.
cases are working their way
Jesus
through the system. The
Christ.
Orange County case, the one involving Disney World, has had several delays and continuations, but right now, Vega is set to have a competency status hearing on September 24th after seeing and speaking with at least 2 doctors. During his interview with deputies at Hollywood Studios, Vega revealed that he has been tested for autism and is considered borderline and doesn't take any medications for it. So we looked into what Florida's criminal statute has to say about video voyeurism, also called digital voyeurism, and this is what it reads.
so he's
Person commits the offense of
autistic
digital
and he's
voyeurism if that person,
doing
for the amusement,
taking
entertainment,
upskirt
sexual arousal,
photos and
gratification, or
videos
profit
of
oneself
fucking
or another,
people.
or on behalf of
That's
oneself or
shady as
another,
fuck.
intentionally uses an imaging device to
Regardless of
secretly view,
if you have
broadcast, or
autism,
record
that's
under or
illegal
through
as
the clothing
fuck.
being worn by another person
Ah.
without that person's knowledge and consent for the purpose of viewing the body of or the undergarments worn by
Yeah,
that
that's
person. And it is
super
a felony
illegal.
in
What the
third
fuck?
degree, which is our understanding carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison, so quite serious. But as we first told you at the top of this episode, it is not just the criminal court that Vega is having to deal with right now. There is a civil lawsuit that has been filed against him too. That complaint, which is sealed to protect her privacy, was filed by the family of that 14-year-old girl who Vega allegedly recorded in the store on March 31st, 2023. They filed the lawsuit almost
They got a
exactly 2
civil
years
suit,
later,
too.
naming not only Vega, but also Disney. According to media outlet WESH in
Oh,
Orlando,
because
the complaint
they-
states that
right.
after she realized what was going on, the teen victim got physically sick, stating, quote, the victim began hysterically crying and screaming, and the child ran into a nearby restroom and began dry heaving, vomiting, and suffered a panic attack. Now, the lawsuit says when it comes to Disney, Disney didn't do enough to protect its guests from Vega's predatory behavior, saying there had been previous incidents involving him, but that he'd been allowed to keep his job. Now, it's unclear which specific incidents the lawsuit may be referring to, but that's the allegation. And WESH reports that the lawsuit states Disney deliberately engaged in outrageous misconduct by creating and allowing an environment to exist. where
Yeah,
employees had the
basically
means and opportunity
they
to secretly
employed
video
this
record the
person
plaintiff's
without
minor grandchild
doing
under the
the
child's dress.
vetting.
So the family
right.
accuses Disney and Vega of negligence, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. But I will tell you this, for now, a jury trial in civil court, long way off. Why? Because according to the Orange County Court website, it is currently scheduled for July 5th, 2027. We have an
Oh, 2
update in this
years.
case. We'll keep a careful eye on this case and see where it progresses.
Yeah, that's gonna
all
be
we
a
have for you
while.
right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe
Yeah, and
on
this
YouTube,
happened
Apple
back
Podcasts,
in
Spotify,
what,
wherever you get your
22,
podcasts. I'm
23,
Jesse Weber.
right?
I'll speak to you next time.
Yeah. It happened just recently. It's gonna take a lot of time. There you have it.